It is Wednesday, September 18th, and today I'm just wondering why Mike McCarthy is being made to coach for his job this season by the Dallas Cowboys, and in particular by owner Jerry Jones.
And now a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
For more than 3 decades, Bob's Steak and Chop House has remained an icon of DFW restaurants. Why? Well, maybe it's because of Bob. He's fanatical about cleanliness and friendliness, and his food, oh my Lord, his food. If you've been there, you know about it. If you haven't been there, you should know about it. The original Bob welcomes you at either of his 2 locations, Bob's on Lemon Avenue or the sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch, McKinney. Crest is again proud to sponsor the McKinney Police Association Golf Tournament and Car Raffle, October 24th at TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney. Sign up and purchase a raffle ticket for the opportunity to win a brand new Crest Cadillac CT4. It's easy. You go to CrestCares.com. You don't even have to live in McKinney to win. Grab yourself a raffle ticket, sign up at CrestCares.com, perhaps win that new vehicle, and do support the McKinney Police Association.
Harry and I are star power people. I know what some of you might be thinking. Oh, they must get a bunch of free stuff. Absolutely not. We love Star Power because of the quality of their products and their remarkable service. Oh, you can buy electronics somewhere off a shelf and take it home and try to install it yourself or ask somebody to help you. But what if something goes wrong? Or what if it isn't quite right for you? That's where Star Power service stars. And that's why we're Star Power people. This subject has been sitting in me for months and months and months now. I simply don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys haven't offered head coach Mike McCarthy an extension of his contract. He is now coaching in the last year of that contract and can be a free agent after this season. Let's do a little review. This is Mike McCarthy's 5th year in Dallas. His first year, Dak Prescott suffered that significant injury, could play only 5 games, and the Cowboys went 6-10 on the season. The last 3 years, they've gone 12-5, and 12-5, and 12-5. Over those 3 years, there's only one team in the National Football League that has a better regular season record. And that's the Kansas City Chiefs, who seem to be doing pretty well these days, by the way. Yet McCarthy, now 60, has not been offered any extension. His contract runs out after the year. Let's start by doing some investigative work into NFL coaching information. The current winningest head coaches in the National Football League are Andy Reid from Kansas City, Mike Tomlin from Pittsburgh, and Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys. John Harbaugh in Baltimore and Sean Payton in Denver round out the top 5. Now, let's talk about winning a Super Bowl. There's only 7 current head coaches in the NFL who've ever won a Super Bowl. The aforementioned 5 who are tops in wins: Reed, Tomlin, McCarthy, Harbaugh, and Peyton. Plus, Sean McVay with Los Angeles, and Doug Peterson now coaching Jacksonville. Now let's look at salaries. Let's talk about something that Jerry often talks about: money. Where does Mike McCarthy rank with that record, with that sterling resume, and with that record in Dallas? Where does he rank in the levels of pay in the National Football League for coaches? Well, it's hard to pin down exact numbers at times, but there seems to be an agreement that Mike McCarthy is in the bottom half of all coaches in pay in the league. That's right. Of the 32 teams, McCarthy may not be in the top 16. You know, that's just not right for Coach Big Mac. That's unthinkable. So, why is he coaching for his job right now? Why didn't he have a big money extension? Well, what has he done wrong? Oh yeah. He hasn't won the playoffs. That's true. The last 3 years, he's won one playoff game, and that was over a not good Tampa team. The 2 losses he suffered to San Francisco. Honestly, can you say Dallas was better than San Francisco in those games, or should have been better? And of course, there's that debacle against Green Bay. Yeah, that's something that was awful. But you look around the league, and it's bizarre to think Mike McCarthy might be free after this season. But maybe Jerry thinks, oh, don't worry, he likes it here. He wouldn't leave. Be careful, Jerry. What if some coach, desperate team offers him $10 million a year, which would be about 2.5 times what he's making here? By the way, that still wouldn't put him in the top 10 in NFL coaches. And what if he takes Dallas 2 or 3 games deep in the playoffs and then becomes free? Doesn't he become even more of a target for coach-hungry teams? And, Jerry, who would you go get that's better than Mike McCarthy? Honestly, make a list of all the coaches who might be available this offseason that's better than Mike McCarthy. Oh, yeah. Bill Belichick. Is that who you're lusting for, Jerry? Bill Belichick? But this doesn't make any sense. Who comes in and matches those 12-5, 12-5, 12-5 records? And maybe Coach McCarthy doesn't reach 12-5 this year. Maybe he doesn't reach 11-6. Maybe he doesn't reach 10-7. Why? Well, perhaps it's because the talent level isn't as high on this Cowboy team as it's been in recent years. And exactly whose doing is that? It's the Cowboys front office. They didn't have money to fill all the holes left by departing free agents this offseason because the salary cap, which the Cowboys have maneuvered forward the last few years, it finally came time to pay the bills. And the Cowboys had almost no money to fill all the holes. They have a big-time need at running back. They have a big-time need at defensive tackle. And there are several other positions on this team that are so depth-shy that an injury causes enormous problems. The other part is, besides not having the money they did have, how'd they use that? I'll give you one example. They re-signed Zeke Elliott for $3 million. Meanwhile, they lost out on the bidding for free agent J.K. Dobbins, who went to the Chargers for $1.6 million, only $50,000 of which was guaranteed. So, how's Dobbins doing these days? Well, after 2 weeks, he leads the NFL in rushing. It appears Coach Big Mac is coaching for his cowboy life, with a team and front office that couldn't fortify his talent level as well as they should have. Maybe he stays for $10 million or more. Maybe he moves on. You know what? It would serve the Cowboys right if he moved on and went someplace else, becoming just another free agent to say adios to Dallas. But this coach would take with him one of the finest current coaching resumes in the NFL. Jerry, for God's sake, sign the man.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial. Retire sooner, better lifestyle. And by Crest Cars. There's good, there's better, and then there's Crest. By Star Power. Love where you live. And by Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. If you enjoyed what you heard, please hit follow, and a fresh new episode will be delivered to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you know someone who might enjoy our work, please share it with them. I'm Norm Hitzges, and I'm always just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering too.